You will probably spend your whole life chasing a myth, because you believe in a myth called money. For instance, if you give me this paper, and the number is right, I will give you stuff in return. This is why the myth works. Because most of us agree to play by the rules. These rules apply to many different institutions such as universities and nations. So clearly, these myths aren't fake, but rather abstractions that only live in our heads. Thanks in large to the US dollar becoming a fiat currency in the 70s. That's why the myth works. Because most of us agree to play by these rules. Some of us.
Now experts are warning about product downsizing. The things you buy getting physically smaller. You're paying the same amount for less product. It's called shrinkflation.
The report shows U.S. inflation picked up in August. The Consumer Price Index shows prices climbed 3.7% compared to a year ago, more than expected. Business report.
What if I told you there's a new internet money in an industry called crypto? Something that might be possibly the biggest generational wealth transfer of all time. From dying old boomers to the technologically advanced Gen Z. So, how does it work? A developer deploys a token, with popular options being Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, etc. After which, they add money to the pot. After some marketing, a person decides to buy a share of the pot. Now the developer is up 20%, and this buyer has some new internet money. So how does this buyer grow his investment? By telling other investors to buy into the coin. This will result in a net increase in the pot value. And when these new investors want to grow their investment as well, they will do the exact same thing as the first buyer. This sounds eerily like a Ponzi scheme. Wait. Isn't that what this? Never mind. Now that everyone is up in their investment, what happens when the original developer decides he wants to cash out his winnings? Once the developer decides to sell tokens, the pot will decrease. However, the developer walks away with his initial investment boosted several-fold. Now the first buyer also wants to cash out, seeing the total pot value decreasing. He swiftly exits, and pockets a significant return on his investment. At this point, the majority of investors can see that the pot is tanking in value. Many will proceed to exit, and take a slight loss on their investments. However, a few might naively hold on to their position, as well as their hope. Or was it cope?